Hey, Cedric here. Just gonna do a little bit of bending today, not much. You know, I was gonna make it a real bending day, but it's all good. You know what I mean? So I hit my bender's helper for a little warm up. Then I hit a bright common and 1/4 inch square by 7 inch. And I thought today maybe I would either tackle this 5/16 bolt, and this one I could not find a rating for it on grip rating, but it is a 307A CYI. It's 5/16 by 7 inches. I cut the head off. I thought maybe we'd give this bad puppy a shot. Definitely probably going to hit it with doubles, but we'll see. We'll see what shakes loose. Got to chalk up. My wife's on her way to Chandler to pick up my mother-in-law, so my time's limited. Today's a bending day, but you know how it is. Oh, there's a thing on Reddit there for steel bending. Recently found it, but it's not very active. It could be a cool place, man. You know, there's no established clicks and nobody to badmouth you because you're just making smaller bends, you know, because you're beginning like that. It might be a cool place to go if you want to go check it out. I'll try to remember to put a link at the bottom. A little out of sorts today. This time of year is really tough, you know. It's just ain't my time of year. Now I may have to hit this in doubles, I don't know, but figured I'd try it. The wraps aren't too good. They're the same ones I used on that square bar, so but just give them a shot, huh? It's 5/16 by 7 inch grade 2 bolt. Got a little bit of movement there. Not much, but it's a start. I gotta just every time tight wraps, every time. No monkey business. No just reusing the same wrap from the last bend. That's lame, man. Just make extra work for myself. Oh yeah. You know what, right now, before I even do anything else, so I can't just lazy man in the next ones, huh? We're gonna rewrap just to be safe. So this one I wasn't even able to wobble before, but let's go ahead and get out the trusty multimeter caliper. And old Rusty stuff says I ain't even considered using the inner diameter checkers for doing the whatchamacallit there. So first we'll where you at, man? What is it with this 39-128 bull squash, man? Well, it's 5/16, but it keeps coming up 39-128s on here. All the 5/16 stuff does. It's weird. We'll just go with millimeter. I got 7.79 millimeter. And then we got inside to inside. We got 0.845. So we got it under an inch. Yeah. Got it under an inch, y'all. And I wasn't able to wobble that before. I'm supposed to have some... Oh, I got you staring over there. I'm supposed to have some grade 5 bolts coming today that I got for super cheap. So I'm looking forward to that. And let me see. I'm gonna set this down here real quick. I'm gonna roll up this piece of 5/16 by 7 inch, and I want to try to hit this in singles. I was able to bend the 5/16 rod relatively easy. I mean, surprisingly for me, it was easy compared to what I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be like impossible to move, but I hit it in doubles, and I'd never tried doubles before, and it was just crazy how I was able to really just torque into that bad puppy. Just hit these with chalk. Definitely going to need the chalk. So I'm going to try them in singles first, okay? Just to see what I can see. See if we can do this deal. So we survived Thanksgiving, y'all. Now all we got left is to survive Christmas and New Year, and then we get to be reborn, y'all. We get to be reborn into the image that we desire. So, what is your New Year? What would your perfect New Year look like? What do you think you might have in your perfect New Year? Think about that. So you got to be able to visualize a goal before you can attain it. Right? So think about that. Think about what you might want for yourself in your new year, okay? Because you're worth it. You're worth taking that time and that effort. You are the best investment that you can make. Alright? Oh, did I tell you Iron Grip accepted my submission for that 95 kilogram bar that old Rusty Stuff sent me? Remember I went for pads touching and made it. So that was pretty cool. it's really neat being on that an international list like that. You know, there's people from all over on that iron grip list. Yeah, I got a pretty decent wrap. This one's maybe a little shizy, but whatever's. I'm not gonna cry baby about it now. I'm gonna get a drink of water though. If I got a choice between crybaby and getting a drink of water, I'm going to choose water every single time. Man, I love bending steel, y'all. If it wasn't for bending steel, I might have just succumbed to depression for an indeterminate length of time due to that spinal injury. But I was able to, you know, do some limited bending without engaging my lower back, you know, just bending up here. And oh, I looked, and I had been bending for only a week before I had my accident, and then I was a month where I couldn't do any bending, and now I've been bending for about 3 weeks. So I've got 1 month of bending experience, and I went from not being able to bend a blue nail to now being able to kill 1/4 inch square and K drill rod. So you can do it too, okay? You've got to believe in yourself. You are totally worth it. Man, trying this in singles, it just feels like immovable. For serious. I'm still a beginner. 1 month of bending experience, man. But I had time to think about it while I was laid up. Doing this in singles, man. I just don't think I'm there yet, you guys. We'll see. Nope. Oh, I got a little wob. I got a little wobbles. I'm throwing the dubs on. I'm throwing the other wraps on. Go. Ugly, crappy loose wrap. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that, Bubba. Na 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 na. I'm hurrying, guys. I always say I'm going to fast forward these parts, but I never do. I don't blame you for scooching ahead. I would. Hitting this after the square bar and this. I'm going to start taping the inside of this finger and this finger before practice sessions. Slap those doubles on, baby. I'm going to come back and finish that with singles, but I want it right away. Look, I'm using the same reps, doing what I said I wasn't going to do. Right away, see if I can kink this a second one without a break, because the kink is the hardest part for me. I'm going to try and get it down where that other one is. Now I'll go down to singles. I wanted to see if I could throw down on 2 in a row. That's the 5/16 by 7. Hey, yo, wee. Did I ever get a drink of water? I can feel that bend is hella uneven. Oh, maybe not. Felt uneven. Yeah, it is. Stop it. That unevenness just makes it harder and harder. Now we'll finish this bad puppy off. Oh yeah. Oh man. One more hit, that's it. This one wasn't as uneven, but it was still uneven. Oh, both about the same in unevenness. 0. Where are we at? It's gonna do that thing with the where it won't read 5/16, it reads the other thing. $39 1/28. Whatever. There it is. $39 1/28. It does that on everything that's supposed to be 5/16. It's the weirdest thing. $39 1/28. And then on the inside, one, and you know what? I'm just using a regular ruler for that part. Use a regular ruler. I'm a low-tech dude. We've got 1 inch even on that one, and then 1 inch on that one. So that's the 5/16 by 7. I just couldn't wait for those grade 5s, you guys. Let me just check tracking real quick, because a lot of times, like they won't bring it to your apartments, they take it to the office instead. It's pretty lazy. Oh, alright. That's cool though. That's good news. Alright. Man, that was really what I was after today out of my bending session, was to see if I could kink and kill the two 5/16. I really wanted to be able to do it in singles, but I'm going to work my way toward that. My next step will be to use my super thin little Kevlar wraps. So it'll be like 1 1/3 wraps instead of doubles. Because these things, like when you wrap them around, watch, hold up. They're like just super thin, you'll see. Maybe half what you get out of the Iron Mind wraps. Hey, you know what? This I hit this K-rod after trying to work on what am I trying to say? After I had already worn myself out on some other bars, and I wanted to see what I could do to it after I did that 5/16, my first 5/16 ever, and then my first grade 8 bolt right after. I tried to hit that piece of K, and all I got was that little wobble. I'll show you. I was just done after that 5/16 in the grade 8. 2 personal records. Hold on. Thought I heard something. Never mind. 2 personal records in one day, man. That was just so cool. I can't even tell you how happy I was about that. Alright. Not making this wrapping too good, too tight, too worried. Not too worried about it. It's on this K drill rod. It's like just super hard. It finishes like you know, and this guy Josh Grass and I just talked about that a little bit in an email about the properties of steel and how they'll finish differently. Like this stuff, the 5/16 from Home Depot has got to be like much lower carbon content than some of the other steels, like say the bars that you might get from Iron Mind, for example, or drill rod, because you'll get them kinked and then just all of a sudden they start getting harder, almost like the heat from the kink has tempered them a little bit or something. Alright? That's a trip. So the cage drill rod, according to grip ratings and steel ratings, comes in around 360 pounds at the 7-inch length. And that's a pretty substantial bend. That's 100 pounds over what I couldn't do before the blue nail. It's 100 pounds over what I could not do. Yeah, drill rod's a trickster, man. It finishes just like those bolts do. So it's got to be because it's that higher carbon content. Yeah, it finishes hard. This will get your crush strength up there. Boom. Big time. Like hit this point with the drill rod with those bolts where it's just like sorry, closed for business. That's all I got today, y'all. At least on that piece. Did you guys see what I did with my ruler? I swear it just had, there it is. Cool. So this is cage drill rod. And here's my inaccurate little deal here. Millimeter wise, I get 7.13 millimeters, and then 0.281 inches. And what do we got here? Alright, looks like got it down to 1 3/8. 1 3/8. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to hit it just one more time, you guys. Just one more time. It didn't move a bit. Except it did. Cool. We got it down to 1 1/4. That's much more acceptable. Much more acceptable. Sweet. So that's some pretty good bends there. 1/4 inch square rod. Well, the Bright Common 60D, 1/4 inch square rod, 5/16 by 7 inch. Where did I put that bolt head? 5/16 by 7 inch 307A CYI bolt, and then 2 5/16 by 7 inch, and then a piece of K drill rod. Man, I wish those bolts were here. Man, I don't know, like you guys, you bend. Do any of you get this? Where like you knuckle yourself across the face? I end up with these like rug burn looking things along the sides of my mouth. My wife's like, what happened? I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Man. So I've had this here, okay? This is a 6-inch piece of 1/4-inch square bar. And like, I haven't been able to do anything to it in singles. So I'm going to hit it with doubles right now while I'm tired, because I won't feel like I'm cheating, alright? Because that one's been a thorn in my side. I don't know like what I did or whatever. I know it's bent unevenly. I can already see that. So that's going to be part of the issue. But man, that thing has just been like, I hit it in singles and it just won't do anything. And I really like square bar. You have to be careful, because the pressure that you're putting, your finger slides forward of the wrap, and the pressure that you're putting on it, that square, even though it's not sharp like a knife, it will split your skin open. It's really gnarly. So I'd encourage you to really be careful, you know, when if you choose to bend square bar, because it's something else. And then that back end, it really can get quite gnarly. I just got to roll it up on this bar, because you try rolling it on a bar that you've wobbled, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm reusing the wraps again, just putting the outside wraps on, just like I said I would. Good grief. So these, the 6-inch square, according to whatchamacallit there, the grip rating, steel ratings, the readings that they've gotten, comes out about, let me see, I've got it written down, 400 to 435 pounds. And I should be bending in that area now. I'm up around that area, pretty close. I'm getting closer, is what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything at all. So let's just see what we can see here. This is a 6-inch, a 1/4-inch square bar, and I just haven't been able to do anything to it. Hope I'm recording. That would be a bummer if I've just been standing here talking. That's like the difference between being a nut bar and making a YouTube video, is that camera being on. Because if I was doing this in here and the camera ain't on, just talking, just talking. That's all he's doing. Just running that mouth. And I'm a little ramped up the day after. I mean, I cooked a turkey for my wife and our dogs, and you know, I don't have any relationships with my family or anything right now, and now with my mother-in-law coming over, it's pretty uncomfortable. But you know, I don't want to cry baby about that. I just don't like people coming into my home. You know, I've had like a total of 4 people in my home, and that's counting the maintenance man coming to fix something. You know, my buddy Mark came in. He came over. And he helped me work on my car. I fed him homemade sausage gravy. And it dies. It dies. Finally it dies. Finally it dies. That's a 6-inch length of the 1/4-inch square bar. Finally it dies. one more just for the fun of it. So you see it next to the 7-inch length. Booms. Boomski booms. And I ain't been able to do anything to that. What do we get? Oh baby, got it down to 1 inch. Look at that, y'all. Woohoo! Well, just a little over 1 inch. Let me give it one more hit. I gotta get it down to 1 inch, okay? Gotta get it down to 1 inch. Or at least try. One more little hit, if we can just shave her down a hair. Alright, let's do her. I think I felt it move a little. Ooh. Yep, we took her just a hair under 1 inch instead of a hair over. Sweet. Cool. So, our bends for the day: 60D, 1/4 inch by 7 inch square bar, 5/16 by 7 inch bolt, 2 5/16 by 7 inch pieces of round bar, 7 inch length of K drill rod, 6 inch length of square bar. Let me get a drink of water here. I wonder if I could throw down on that J rod right now, on a piece of J. Like, I'm feeling pretty beat down. No wonder. Or, you know what? I've got more square bar than I've got J rod. So let's try a square bar after I shake it up a little bit here. I shouldn't be able to do a square bar right now. I should be beat down enough that it's just not going to happen. But we'll see. I should have done enough to myself that it's not going to happen. Man, y'all, I'm really feeling good about how my training program for bending, the same program I've used in other specialized areas of strength building, it's working. I love it. I just love it, you guys. It's like vindication. There were several people on that grip board that actually made fun of me for how I said I was going to train. You know, I could barely even bend a blue nail, and then, you know, I got they sent me an email giving me a warning because I posted about using my bender's helpers or something like that, and they said that I was trying to sell goods. So I was mad because some of the people have been nasty to me and everything, and I ain't never had nasty to anybody, you know. So I was just really mad, and I got that email, and I wrote back. I said, you know, I told them, like, eat shit, and you know, I don't want to go to your stupid board anymore. And go F yourselves. So I haven't been back since. I kind of wish I'd had a different experience there, though, to be honest with you. Because it could have been really cool, but there's just some people who just ain't willing to hear anything different, like they know everything. But my training seems to be working. Oh, am I really going to be able to do this after all that? That's it. My program, you build that foundation of strength wide. Every layer has to be wide, wide, wide. So when you're finally able to make that goal bend in just a few days' time, you're able to do 2 in a row. You know, or you know, within a week or whatever, because you've built that base of strength very wide. Threw down another 7-incher. Ooh, got a decently even bend too, you guys. Got it down to 1 inch. I'm still feeling pretty strong, so now I'm going to get daredevil-y. A loose raft that I've used several times, and I'm going to try to hit a 5/16 rod again. I'm feeling like I still got some left. Making myself taking a day off every other day, only bending every other day, has really helped. I'll be dead surprised if I got enough juice left to bang this baby down, even wobble it. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Oh, that's a waste of chalk because I got to do this. Just some little bouncers to engage those pull muscles a little bit. You don't even have to bang full on pull-ups or anything. Just get those muscles engaged, because we're using a lot of push muscles, you know, when we're bending. Now we'll chalk up. Alright, who thinks I can wobble this 5/16 by 7-inch bar after all we've already done? Oh man! Oh, it's hard now. Oh, it's hard now, y'all. It's already hard. It's 5/16, but now it's just like that kink went down good though. You see that? Got that kink rolling pretty good. Oh. up real quick. Act like nothing happened. Oh man, we got that 5/16. Couldn't pull out. Yep, got her down to an inch. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Got her down at the 1 inch mark. Little uneven. That'll make it harder on you. Now I feel sated. I feel like satiated, like I did what I need to do. I feel good. Now I'll do some cool down exercises. You know, I'll do my shadow boxing routine to get the blood moving all the way through. Do a little bit of my ZFJ, even though I have to modify it to account for my spine. I can't do as many twisting motions and everything for the time being. Someday maybe I'll be back to 100%. I mean, I will be. I will be. So man, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me and putting up with me and everything. I really like having you all over like this, you know, where we visit. And I don't know. I mean, I know I didn't talk about much today. I've got that kind of survivor's euphoria because I made it through at Thanksgiving, you know, because traditionally this time of year is very difficult for me because, like I said, you know, I spend a lot of time alone in bad places and like that. So that doesn't go away, even though now I have 2 dogs that love me and a wife that tolerates me, you know. Yeah, I better finish up because they're probably going to be back like any time. So that's it, you guys. So to recap, I did a simple double overhand warm-up with my bender's helper. First with pads touching, and then I moved the pads out a little bit. And camera died. So be good to yourselves. You hold your head up high and never let anyone tell you you're not good enough. You be fierce in the defense of who you are, and be fierce in the defense of your spiritual turret. Alright? Live free and always, always, always punch hard. Be good to yourself, alright? Because you're worth it. And I dig you. And I'll catch you later. Bye.